It's not uncommon that after a long day of hard work, many opt to converge in groups for a session of Nyama, choma and beer drinking just to relax and bond with their friends. However, for some, indulging in Nyama, choma is more the exception than the rule. Tonight on Health You, Malaa Kivila tells you why gout is often the next issue that the habitual Nyama, choma lover has to deal with.
Choma evenings are an integral part of the Kenya lifestyle, where friends and colleagues love to mull over the events of the day while chewing on succulent morsels of freshly roasted nyama, preferably washed down with a cold beer.
Kabisa. Mimi nakulaga hata ile menona kabisa. Napenda ile nono. Hata familia yangu wenyewe wanapenda kula nyama.
Testament to the time-honored Nyama choma outings are so famous here. Charles Mwangitu loves a good grilling himself. He owns a Nyama choma joint in Nairobi's Kenyatta market. He's been in the business for 25 years and has no complaints. Charles says his customers start streaming in as early as 5 p.m. on weekdays and 11 a.m. on weekends.
Hapa masaa biashara inaanza kuanzia saa 5 kuendelea mpaka saa 8. Watu wanapungua kidogo saa 9 hivi. Sasa masaa ya jioni tena tunaendelea mpaka saa 2.
However, what many tend to forget is that one bite too many can wreak havoc on one's health, and gout, which is a type of arthritis, often lurks around the corner.
Myth and the non-story about Nyama choma and beer, and that's actually one of the causes of gout, because of increased purine in this diet. And as we know, also our own body produces purine from the breakdown of cells. So what actually causes gout is increase in these purines within our body or from the diet that eventually leads to increase in the uric acid. And this uric acid gets deposited in the joints in the body or other parts of the body. And this actually leads to gout.
Dr. Itau also states that gout manifests itself in the human body in different ways, which present themselves in cycles of 3 to 5 days.
The commonest symptom of gout is pain in the big toe. Usually it will be somebody when they go to bed, they're waking up in the middle of the night or early in the morning and their big toe is very painful. But other joints can be involved, like the knees, the elbows, the wrists, and one wakes up with very severe pains in these joints. And these attacks usually will be will last like 3 to 5 days, and the person is okay after that. But at times one may get many of these sort of attacks, and at times one may get swellings behind the ear or behind the elbows or other parts of the hand or the feet.
Gout is infamous as the disease of kings. This largely because it results from the kind of overindulgence in food and alcohol that only the rich and powerful can afford. But that's not true. According to Dr. Itau, gout can affect anyone and its risk factors vary.
If your parent has gout, then you have a high risk of gout. Some medication that the doctor will prescribe, like the water tablets, diuretics, or junior aspirin that people commonly take to prevent heart disease, or some people who are on transplant medications, certain tablets, may actually predispose them to getting gout.
And avoiding gout, he says, comes down to what you put on the table.
One should avoid red meat because red meat has high purines in them and increase your uric acid levels of whatever form, cooked red meat or roasted or whatever. The other bits in the diet to avoid yeast-containing products, beer and whiskeys. These are bad because they increase the uric acid. Because they have eventually in their breakdown they increase the uric acid in the blood and therefore increase the risk for getting gout. The other bit is ingestion of matumbo actually also increases the risk, or increases your uric acid and increases the risk for gout.
Medics reveal that men are more predisposed to gout than women because the estrogen hormone in women tends to protect them from gout. However, that doesn't mean that women can pile on Nyama choma because once they get to menopause, they too, just like men, can easily get gout.
It is true that women before their menopause have less degree of gout than men, and this is thought to be the protective effect of estrogen. But this effect is actually lost in women who, when they are postmenopausal, and they have actually a similar risk of developing gout as men.
But this disease can be treated.
Gout is one of the few arthritis which we have fully understood it, and its treatment is very clear, and it has a very good outcome. If somebody takes the medication as prescribed, then the outcome of this gout is very good.
Gout is a reality that only you can control.
You probably are taking your supper right now, but just take a second and have a look at your meal's composition. Is there red meat? Is red meat a must-have component in your daily meals? Well, if that's the case, why not consider having a change? Let's keep gout away. Malaa, Kivila, Healthy You, Nairobi.
Now, Kenya will mark its 49th year of independence on Thursday, and many will be looking back on how much they have made or left as the nation turns a new leaf. Dr. John Changat, who is a senior lecturer at Moi University, was born on the 12th of December 1963. He may not be rich or famous, but Changat represents millions of Kenyans who have made it in life despite having so little to begin with. KTN's Catherine Omwanto now begins our series of reports to mark 49 years of independence.